Hello everybody, Maximus here with A1 Website Pro. In this particular tutorial I'm going to show you how to edit images in WordPress. Now if you notice we have this BBB logo, and of course the image is way too big for the page here at AM Total Restoration. So how do we deal with something like that when we upload a huge image, you know? Well, WordPress actually has a way to resize these images. Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of images, I recommend doing bulk in Photoshop or Fireworks and for Adobe products. But for this particular thing, I want you to imagine that, you know, we shrink this image down. In fact, we'll go ahead and do that. So if we go to our widgets, I can actually come down here and put a width on that image. Right here, I could say width equals 250 pixels, just like this. Okay, and then whenever I click Save, you'll see that the image will be shrunk down whenever I hit refresh, and that's the size we need. Now, a lot of people just stop right there. They put a width on their images, and that's it. But here's the deal. This image is huge, and it's eating up your CPU, and it's eating up your bandwidth, and every time that somebody comes to this page to load it up, this image is taking a lot more space than what it needs to, the real estate. So you need to edit that image. So how do we do that? Well, we all know how to upload an image to WordPress. It's quite simple. You just take this. In fact, we'll just upload this little image right here, and you just drag and drop it there, right? And then that'll upload the image. Now, this particular image that we're using, though, is this image right here. And if you want to look at the stats on this image, you could see them right here. The day it was uploaded, today, the file size is 72 kilobytes. The dimension is 1200 by 490 pixels. Well, we need to edit that image. Now, I'm going to point out to you a little bug in WordPress. And the reason why, right here, when you're in this screen and you don't have the little update button over here, if you click Edit Image here, you'll notice you don't have an update. So you'll be able to scale this down and everything, but you won't be able to save it. So what's the solution for that? Well, what you do is you click on here, and where it says Edit More Details, this is where you want to be, okay? And then click on Edit Image, all right? Now we see we have our update panel over here. We have our sizes. Now I want to scale this image down to 250 pixels. Now the great thing about WordPress is whenever I hit 250 right here, the image scale will automatically scale it down on the next one. So it scales down proportionately. So we're going to take it from 1200 pixels to 250 pixels and click Scale. Now, the next thing that I need to do is I need to click Update, because I want to update this image so it's scaled down. All right? And then you'll notice this link, the link, WordPress will add this to the end of the code. That's okay. What we want to do is we want to grab this entire file URL, click Copy, and go to our widgets section. If you're doing it like this, if you're not doing it like this, you're using an image widget, that's fine too. But I'm just showing you so you can see that the URL structure has changed. And we want to paste this right in here and add that new URL structure and click Save. Now, when I refresh amtotalrestoration.com, this front image is exactly the size that we needed it to be, 250 pixels. Okay? Now, there's a lot of other things that you can do in the WordPress editor. As long as you're in this screen right here, click Edit Image, and you'll be able to, like a lot of people will upload an image that's turned to the left or turned to the right. And let me go ahead and add another image here that is turned to the left or to the right. Okay, so now I have that image right there, and it's rotated clockwise. And let's say that, you know, that this is an image from a camera, and we upload this to WordPress just like this, and we can see that that image is sideways, and you're like, oh crap, I'm going to have to go and pull out Photoshop and edit. No, you can do that actually right here. So let's click on this image right here and click Edit More Details, and then we'll click Edit Image. And we can very easily just flip that image with a click of a button. You know, we can even invert it like this. Flip vertically. We can flip horizontally. Maybe you took a picture in a mirror. You know, I want to be left-handed or right-handed. You can flip these images like that. Another cool thing that you can do in WordPress is, let's say I wanted to get rid of accredited businesses and I just wanted this top part. I can actually put my mouse down, click and drag, okay, just like that. I can adjust my layer, okay, and click Save, okay. Now when I click Save, you notice what happened? It put that back in, okay. That's because that little thing doesn't work. So what I want to do is I want to highlight this image, all right, and see this little crop button? Make sure you click that crop button, okay? Once you click that crop button, it crops the image for you, then click Save. And now you have an image just like that, and then you can update it over here, okay? Now the dimensions are 571 by 773. That's actually quite large. So let's say that I wanted to scale this image down. Okay, well I could just go right back in there, and maybe I want it 300 pixels high. I could click Scale, and just with everything else, I need to click Update. Okay, now that image is scaled down, and you can continue to see the stats. Now that other image, we know that it was several kilobytes. Let's go ahead and see how many kilobytes it is now. It's only 9 kilobytes. Okay, so we just optimized this image for the internet, and it's exactly the dimensions that it needs to be, but it's not taking up a whole bunch of real estate on the front end. So we have an optimized image now within WordPress. Another good capability within the WordPress content management system is the ability just to restore the images. So here's the image that we were working on earlier. So we'll click Edit More Details, and then click Edit Image, and then right over here where it says Restore Original Image, we'll just click Restore Image, and we can see that it's totally back to the way it was. Okay? Okay, now you're probably wondering, well, what's this thumbnail settings? Okay, now remember that all thumbnail settings are based upon your settings that are in the settings that you set in media. So if you go over here to settings and come down to media, just like that, you could see that all thumbnail sizes are 150 by 150, and you're telling WordPress to crop the thumbnail to the exact dimensions. Normally thumbnails are proportional. So what you want to do is you want to untick this and click Save Changes. Now here's the deal with this. Now the ones that we already uploaded, let me go to the media library, and this one that we were working on, and let's click Edit More Details, click Edit Image. You notice that this is still 150 by 150 pixels because it was already uploaded. We just set those media things just now, but all the images that you have uploaded there now are still only going to be 150 by 150 pixels because they're obeying the previous settings. But now if I wanted to add let's add the same exact image again. Okay, so let me go to the library and add new, and let me bring up the exact same image. We'll just go ahead and upload it again. Okay, now we have it set to make the things proportionate in our settings. That would be right here. Okay, our media settings. So let me just go ahead and click Edit Image. All right, and we'll click Edit Image here. Now look at our thumbnail settings. Now it's proportionate. Now it's not cropping to 150 pixels. Okay. And so whenever you want to start making changes to the thumbnails, things are going to be better for you now because they're not cropping the picture. Okay, and I just think that that's a better way to do it. So let's go ahead and rotate the image just like this. We'll click Save. Okay, then let's go click Edit Image once again. Now you'll notice your thumbnail setting, it changes your thumbnail settings too because you're applying to all image. Now if you just wanted to work with the thumbnails, or all sizes except thumbnails, you tick these radio boxes. So let's just say that we would just want to work with the thumbnail. Alright, and so these edits that we're about to do now will only be applied to the thumbnail. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to get rid of the bottom part. We're just going to take this little section right here. All right, we're going to crop it like that, and then we're going to click Save. Okay, let's go back to Edit the Image, Now notice that the thumbnail doesn't have the bottom part on it. So this is how you can start editing your images within WordPress and make the thumbnail look a little bit different than the big image. You can actually do your own thumbnail settings. And so if your WordPress theme is bringing in thumbnails on the the post and the pages, it's just going to show this thumbnail, and then whenever you get to the page, it's going to show the big one. So that's how you use this to your advantage. That's how you manipulate this to your advantage. And then if you wanted to, all sizes except thumbnail, so let's go ahead and tick that. And this time what we'll do is we'll get rid of that outer laying box, the round box. BBB doesn't want you editing their images, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind as long as I'm showing you how to do it in this tutorial. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to click crop, and then we get the little save button. Okay, click save, and then we'll go back to edit image again. Okay, now notice that now this URL string, whatever URL string that we grab here, is going to be not have that little thing there. The little round box. So this is how you edit images within WordPress. Okay, now this image crop, I'm not going to get into that, but what it's saying is if you have a square image, that's going to be a 1:1 aspect ratio. And maybe if you take this let's take this little flame. Okay, all right. Now this little section, we could start manipulating it to our advantage. Maybe we wanted this to be an aspect ratio of 1:1, so that would be 380 or let's say 438 by 438 if we wanted to be complete square. And then we could actually edit this right here, and then make our changes accordingly. Make sure that you have this selected. Usually it's just all image sizes, but hardly. I would say this is an okay thing to mess with, but it's not the when you're dealing with images, you want to be able to go in here and highlight the things that you want and that you don't want. And whenever you're dealing with this, you're dealing with exact measurements, and it's probably going to throw you off on most images. Okay, this is Max with A1 Website Pro. I hope this helped you on editing your images in WordPress and made your life just a little bit easier. Thanks for watching.